Long ago, in the kingdom of Israel, a young King Solomon ruled over a land filled with promise. His reign began with a simple prayer, a prayer that would change everything. One night, God appeared to Solomon in a dream and offered him anything he desired: wealth, fame, or power. But Solomon, humble in heart, asked for wisdom to govern God's people well, to distinguish right from wrong. God, pleased by Solomon's request, said, "Because you have asked for wisdom and not for wealth or boor, I will give you wisdom beyond measure, and I will also grant you riches and honor like no king before you." From that moment, Solomon's wisdom was unmatched, and his fame spread across the world. People from distant lands came to hear his counsel and learn from his understanding. One of the most famous visitors was the Queen of Sheba. She had heard of Solomon's wisdom and traveled a long distance to test him. She came with difficult questions and riddles, hoping to stump him. But Solomon answered each one with ease, his wisdom shining brighter than any jewel. The Queen of Sheba said, "The reports I heard in my land are true. Your wisdom exceeds all that I have heard, and your understanding is far beyond what I imagined." In admiration, the queen gave Solomon gifts of great value: gold, spices, and precious stones, acknowledging the greatness of his wisdom. Solomon, filled with humility, knew that his wisdom came from God and not from his own strength. Solomon's wisdom wasn't just in judging disputes. It was in how he built a lasting legacy for Israel. With God's guidance, he designed and oversaw the construction of the magnificent temple in Jerusalem, a place of worship and glory for the Lord. Solomon declared, "This temple will be the house of our God, a place where his name will dwell forever. Let us build it with the best materials, for it is a holy place." As the temple rose, the people marveled at the beauty and grandeur of the structure. It was a symbol of Israel's faith and devotion to Gidjodchit, a place where the people could come together in worship and seek God's presence. Through the wisdom God had given him, Solomon brought peace and prosperity to Israel. Under his rule, the nation flourished and people lived in harmony. Kings and queens came from far and wide to learn from him, and Solomon's name became known across the world as a symbol of divine wisdom. But Solomon knew that the greatest wisdom wasn't in riches or fame, but in knowing the Lord and walking in his ways. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding," Solomon said, knowing that true wisdom comes only from God. Solomon's wisdom still resonates today, teaching us that wisdom is not measured by wealth or power, but by our relationship with God and our desire to follow his ways.